Hey guys, happy Friday morning. Per my usual, I am due in work and I gotta be in court shortly. So last week I did a video that was like how the TikTokers do it. They do like little videos like get ready with me this morning. So that's what we're doing. You guys are gonna get ready with me this morning for a few minutes while we discuss Housewives. This was a sporadic live. I'm gonna start setting this live up though for a weekly live on Friday mornings about this time between 9 and 9:30. And then that way it's scheduled ahead of time and people have an opportunity to join. So before we get into all that, let's talk. Everything in this video is alleged, of course, and for entertainment purposes only, of course. And then just so you guys know, I run all of my gossip through my YouTube channel first, and then I take it to Instagram and Twitter and so forth. So if you are a subscriber, you should put your notifications on because that way you're guaranteed to get the tea first. So if you're in the room, say where you are from. And I'm also taking some questions today, guys. I don't normally take questions, but there's so much going on. I figured I could take some questions today. Hey, K Mama, how are you? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everyone. Let's talk Housewives. Let's talk these crazy ladies. If anyone has any questions, she's in Chi-Town. Miss Mama's in Chicago in the house, right? We can talk any franchise today, guys, whatever you prefer. Of course, New Jersey is taking over Instagram and Twitter, and it's getting even worse out there in the streets of Instagram. It's bad, really bad. So we can talk about that if you want to. And we can talk about Tamra. We can also talk about Gia. She was on Namaste Bitches podcast. Hey, Maria's faith journey. Oh, Shady said, oh, hi, Maria. I didn't know that was your name. I love that. Okay. I didn't. Sometimes, guys, if you have a different handle on Instagram versus YouTube, I don't know that you're the same person. So I love this because Maria's faith journey is telling me, hey, I'm Shady Side of Reality T. So, okay, now I know that it's the same person. I love that. And Yo-Yo, I love her. She's one of my favorite people. Happy Friday. Taking questions today, if anyone has any, on any of the ladies or questions that you might have about anything that pertains to New Jersey. And then also we did get, a little bit on the OC trailer. So we can talk about that if you would like. You guys pick the subject this morning and tell me what you want to hear, what you guys want to talk about. Hey, Barbara. Happy Friday. Hi, Fleetwood. Happy Friday. What kind of craziness do you guys want to talk about? I heard that they made an announcement about New York and none of the OGs are on the cast. P.S. Did you see Ramona? She was doing interviews for her new podcast that she's doing with her daughter, Avery. It's going to be called Turtle Time. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Can somebody tell me what Ramona's new podcast is called? It's Turtle Time, I'm pretty sure. Ramona was on Namaste Bitches a week before. And Ramona is not one of my favorite housewives, but I don't know, she was different on that podcast. She opened up. She just didn't seem so wound so tight, maybe. She told it she was 37 when she got married. I didn't know that. I had no idea that she was 37 when she got married. She's kind of an older mom. I didn't realize. Let's see here. Ramona promoted her Listen, Maria, you are so funny because I was just about to say that. It was so funny because Ramona went on Namaste Bitches podcast and literally like I think it was like a couple of days. I don't even think it was a week, Maria. The two T's in a pod had Ramona on their podcast, and I just thought it was hilarious that the Namaste Bitches got Ramona first because basically Tamara and Teddy were taking sloppy seconds. Right? And they're like, they think they're bosses over there right now because Tamara's back on the OC and Teddy's filmed a couple times for Beverly Hills. And also, guys, can somebody tell me or look into, do you guys think that BravoCon being in Las Vegas this year has anything to do, any correlation with Erica Jane like getting a gig in Las Vegas? Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, is Bravo got some kind of deal out there now? Like they're gonna throw BravoCon out there. They got Erica performing. I don't know. I just feel like something's going on there. I'm not sure. Let's look at some comments. Barbara, she said, I cannot stand Teddy. Oh, I love Barbara. She said, I can't stand Teddy and Tamara. Maria said, on display, and Melissa has her on her podcast yesterday. Wait, where's the rest of that comment, Maria? Okay, Maria said, Ramona promoted her podcast on both Namaste Bitches, and then a week later, she was on Two Teas in a Pod, and then then she went on the On Display. Oh, she also went on to Melissa's podcast. Okay, Maria. So let's get this. So Ramona went from Namaste Bitches podcast and did a full interview. And then from there, she went to Two Teas in a Pod. And then from there, she went to Melissa's On Display. So everyone got sloppy seconds after Teresa when it comes to Ramona's interview, which is kind of funny. Because if you guys remember when Melissa went on the Two Teas in a Pod podcast, they did a 2-part edition so that she had an episode to air on her podcast that week too. Like Melissa's cheap like that. Let's see. Yes, I think Erica arranged it that way. Yeah, I think we're going to see some kind of deal or something coming out of Bravo and like these hotels. I did some digging on BravoCon. It looks like it's going to be at Caesar's Palace. My concern is, are the tickets going to be like you have to purchase a whole weekend and you have to pay for your hotel in one? Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know how they're going to do that. What do you guys think about all the rumors going around about New Jersey? Did you guys see the tweet that I shared that was this person calling on Bravo to release the unaired phone call of Penny and Teresa and Kim D calling Melissa's ex? Or do you guys think that that's like lame and you don't really care and it's not relevant? Also, how does Ramona cross over to sister-in-laws who don't get along? She just don't care. She don't care. And you know what else she don't care about? Because you know that Teresa actually shared like something for them. It was a post that Avery had made and she shared it on Instagram. And Teresa said that, like, she was like, I don't think she meant to say it. And she didn't even really say it in a bad way, but she told Ramona, like, like, we love supporting other women, like when Avery asked me to post, I post right away. Like, I love supporting other women. And it was just funny because, Ramona doesn't want us to know that they reach out to people and ask them to share, the content, share whatever it is they're selling. Pretty much. And then they come out with this New York announcement and there's no OGs and Ramona's not part of it. Bravo will bury that. I love Yo-Yo. I'll tell you, Barbara, hold on. Yo-Yo says Bravo will bury that unaired phone call along with Melissa's casting tape. Okay, Barbara, real quick. So allegedly the year that, I know you guys remember Penny because we've talked about her from the past because she did interviews for free and she was allegedly MG's really great friend and she was a bridesmaid in their wedding. She came on the show. Allegedly, she said she was coming on the show. They wanted her to, you know, kind of, I don't want to say like take MG down, but, you know, run a narrative. And the whole thing was going to be about MG and her ex, okay? And Bravo ended up changing the entire narrative. Like the Radar Online article that I posted on Instagram, HW Historian, you guys can find it too. I shared it because that was what was attached to the tweet. And basically what happened was they were all out, they were filming, and the accusations were going around the group that like MG and Penny had like linked up with MG's ex just for like sushi or something. I don't know the details of what their meeting was like, but Penny told the other women and they actually called him on camera. And at the time, he was on Twitter tweeting, but he too got the family knocking at the door. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know whose family was knocking, like, you know. And I guess he was also like very sick, the ex-boyfriend. And so the family didn't anticipate him being around for very long. But I think he was going to be part of like the episode or part of the season almost, because they did call him on air. Now, Penny alleges that Bravo chopped up her conversation that she had with someone else about somebody else, and they put that in there and aired it as if it was her talking about Melissa, but she wasn't. It was a different conversation. And let me also let you guys know, if you watched my live a couple days ago, we had a question about Laura Lee Jensen, and I called her right up and got the answer because that's how I work. That's how my sources work. I have lots of different sources. I have cast sources, I have production sources, I have friends of, I have lots and lots of sources. So if I need to know something, 99% of the time, if I need it, I'm going to pick up the phone and whoever I'm calling on the other end, they answer. She answered for me mid-workday and took a couple minutes to speak with me. So I just like to make that clear. I have a lot of different sources, and all of the information that I get from my sources, I do not always bring to YouTube. And my job, I feel, is to vet the information that I get sent to me before I bring it to you guys. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Let's see here. Jan was at the dinner with Melissa and Bulldog, but we're talking about Penny is who I think we're talking about though. Then he disappeared after the family got him. Yeah, because what happened was we were so consumed with the fight with the guy that said Melissa worked for him. Remember, Joe was like so pissed and they drove out there and we thought they were going to get into a fight. But what we didn't see, well, we did, but we kind of, I think, got distracted. Do you guys remember Jimmy the Greek? He was like a shorter guy and he was involved somehow because his wife owned the salon, because there was like a salon involved between Penny and Jan and all of them. And that was kind of their reasoning for going on the show, was to push their salon and their products. And that's how they were going to kind of, you know, get something from the show. So Johnny the Greek, I can't remember what he did. What did Johnny the Greek do? He made them mad. I think it was Joe Gorga. But at the time, all the men were rolling so deep together that if one was mad, the other one was mad. And they got into a fight with him so bad, like a physical fight. Jacqueline Larita was allegedly hitting him in the head with her high heel. Yes, there were misdemeanor charges. Yes, they had to go to court. I think it was like season 2, season 3. It happened at Kim D's Posh show. So with her going back and rewatching the episodes, what she's doing with David Yontiv every Saturday on Behind the Velvet Rope, I hope that she covers some of that, because I think a lot of people forgot that happened. And because he was not this, I always affiliated Jimmy the Greek with the guy from the club that said Melissa used to work for him or dance for him or whatever. But it's not, it's a different guy. And he actually sadly has passed. He's had a lot of medical problems since all of that happened. And it was so bad. There was blood all over the place. Stuff was ruined. I think they actually tried to sue Bravo over medical bills and such, is what I think, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But yeah, that really happened. And again, that was like all of the men: Joe Gorga, Jacqueline, Chris. I don't know if the boys were involved or not. What about when they were in the Dominican Republic? Remember when they went to jail in the Dominican Republic because Teresa accidentally sprayed champagne on these people, and someone in production or one of their friends was like ethnic, and somebody used like a bad slur. And so the Manzo boys and all of them, they got in this huge fight in this bar in the Dominican Republic, and they got arrested, all of them. Yes, K-Mama. People gonna help me out. Thank you, K-Mama. The bald guy was the one who was at the fashion show. Jimmy the Greek was married to Penny. Thank you. It's Penny's husband. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Maria. I never do my hair, but I have court on Fridays with my clients. So I like to go looking presentable because I'm representing them, you know. You know me. I love to I don't know. I'm like the one raising my hand in the courtroom, like excuse me, Your Honor? Your Honor. Hi, yes. That's me. I'm that pain in the ass. Before the fashion show. Yes. Johnny the Greek and the bald guy Angelo knew each other. Angelo met Trey and Kim at Johnny and Penny's hair salon. Thank you. Now I remember. Do you remember when they were at the salon getting ready for the Posh fashion show? That's the first time Teresa hears anything about this whole stripper gate. Remember, she didn't have her makeup done. She was like sitting in the chair, and her and Kim D were like drinking champagne. And he came in and started talking to them. Anyone else remember this? Yeah. So that must be why I always confused them. Barbara remembers Angelo. If you guys don't remember Angelo, I would really encourage you guys to go back and watch some of the older episodes. You don't have to go back and watch every single one of them in order or nothing crazy, but just go back and skip through a couple of episodes and see what you come up with. Because every time I tell somebody to do that, their whole entire perspective changes. Sometimes it changes for the better towards Teresa, and sometimes it'll take a Teresa fan and all of a sudden they'll be a Melissa fan. So it can change your life regardless. It doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on. If you go back and watch, then you might have a different perspective. Let me scoot this back a little bit because I feel like my head's cut off here. Yeah, so that's how I feel about that. I remember Teresa got blamed. She did get blamed. Yes, she did get blamed for that. They sure did blame Teresa. I know, right? It's so crazy. You know, there's rumors again about Louis. I haven't looked into them, so I can't speak on them yet. It is affiliated. Business affiliated, I mean. And it's probably not good. There's a really good post on how the production team would text all the women but Teresa about Strippergate. You were correct. So there was a producer, I'm not going to say her whole first name, but Rodriguez was allegedly the one who helped the Gorgas keep such a great edit. Like, she helped keep the narrative of, Melissa's the good sister-in-law and Teresa's not. And so I tell you guys all the time that production has way more to do with scenes and conflict than we have any clue, because they're always feeding the women behind the scenes. And so with that comment, allegedly this producer was texting all of the ladies but Teresa. Now, I've also heard, because people wonder, is it scripted? If you guys remember and you go back and remember the Real Housewives of Atlanta, when there was a really big fight between Nene Leakes and Peter Thomas, and she called him a bitch, I think. Yes, Nene called Peter Thomas a bitch, and she did it on camera and in front of everyone. Okay, and I know that JG thinks he's a badass, right? When someone calls him a bitch, but Peter Thomas is an OG triple, okay? And you don't call men like Peter Thomas a bitch, and he was mad. And so it ended up text messages were released, and it sort of seemed like it was staged, planned ahead. They discussed what everyone was going to say. So I don't remember how they explained that away, but I do know that other women have said it's not scripted, but when you go into a scene, you will get notes ahead of time of what's going on, what production's looking for, what you're talking about. And if you walk into a scene and there's no notes for you, then they know the scene's going to be about them. If there's no notes, then the scene is going to be about them, basically. Can anyone give me a time check? What time is it? Okay, I got a little more time to talk to you guys. Maria's Faith says, even therapy thing, the cast of RHONJ did Mel looked bad. I know. That's why Meow is not producing the show. Is that why? I don't know. Barbara, I love you. She said, and Nene called him Patricia. Oh my goodness. Production really always tries to set Teresa up to look bad for long. That makes me mad. Even the horse whisperer said Mel is manipulative. Thank you. I love you for that, because I remember that. Do you guys remember when they went on the retreat? I think I posted it because she had on these little short shorts, and I think they called on her to go first. And Melissa used to wear short ass shorts. Do you guys remember those shorts she wore to Caroline's or to Jackie's for Family Fun Day? And the Manzo boys were drooling, and Teresa jokingly said maybe she put on Antonia's shorts this morning. They were short. Short. So when they went on that horse retreat, they were especially short. And she did the little walk. And you guys know what walk it is. The walk where she kind of twitched her ass. You guys know what I'm talking about? If not, go back and watch it. And the goal, this is a therapeutic thing with horses. To clean their hooves, I guess, is a sort of, some sort of moment of you have to communicate with the horse, maybe not necessarily by speaking, because you have to come along the back of the horse, and you have to be able to get the horse to lift up bend its leg and allow you to clean the hooves. So not anyone can just run up on a horse and start cleaning their hooves, right? It's like a little bit of a process. They got to feel you out. You got to feel them out. And it's a therapeutic thing. And they had all went on vacation, Joe Giudice, the Manzos, all of them. And this was their therapeutic thing for the day. And Melissa went first, and she had on these shorts. And she like walked, like did the little, twitched back and forth and back and forth. And then when she went up, the horse was like, get away from me. The horse was not trying to let Melissa do it. I want to post that clip for you guys. What does that say? Melissa and her her walk was the Rosie walk, and horse therapist said, no, that's it. That's a whore walk. Well, it was like, I don't know if she didn't know that, but it was like the host show. Like, she was twitching. You guys, I mean, some of you guys know, if you know like anything about like the streets like that, So if a horse can't trust you to lift up its leg. Yeah, guys. So that's where we're at there. We haven't made much progress. I know that her family is still going pretty hard on some people on Instagram, on Twitter. We're seeing DMs starting to pop up from people that are getting messages from accounts that are affiliated with Melissa, allegedly. Of course, everything in this video is alleged, but yeah, that's what's going on. So make sure you guys are careful what you're posting. Make sure you're careful about your personal information, where you have it at. Sometimes people have their phone number linked to like their Twitter and they don't realize it. And so that's a big deal, guys. Make sure that you're protecting your information. Put a 2-step off, make sure you put like the 2-step off and whatever it's called, because what happens is they'll also try to hack your account. They won't just DM you, for whatever reason to harass you. That won't be enough. If they're coming for you, if they're already taking the time to message you, then protect yourself. Put your 2-step authenticity on there. Make sure that you delete your DMs. Delete stuff that has personal information on Instagram. If you get an email that says you have tried to reset your password, or we have sent something to your recovery email, that means someone's trying to hack you. Okay? So I know that you think they wouldn't do that to you, or they don't care what you post, or you're not, whatever, you may not be a huge account, they're not paying attention to what I post. You don't know who's where, okay, guys? There's a lot of them. There's a lot of us and there's a lot of them, and they know that. So they stay on top of their game. It's like no man left behind type of situation, right? Like, we ain't gonna miss one of you. All of you are gonna pay. So I'm just telling you guys, I've heard from some of my people that's what's been happening, and I don't want to see it happen to any of you guys. So just make sure that you're protecting yourself, okay? It's gonna get uglier with the reunion, with the finale. So that's just how it goes. All right, guys. Thanks for getting ready with me this morning. Hopefully I'm on time. I should be. I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. Happy Friday. So glad it's Friday. I had my daughter's birthday party last week. So I was so busy. I wasn't putting out a whole lot of content. I'm sorry about that. So you will be hearing more from me this weekend and this week, because I am not scrubbing, cleaning, and painting my entire house. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day. I love these lives where we can just like relax and chat. So make sure that you comment if you like videos like this. I like to give my subscribers what they enjoy. So if you enjoyed videos sometimes where we're just laxy daisy and we're chatting, we're answering questions, then please comment and let me know. I know there's a lot of people that just appreciate a video with all of the tea at the beginning, not a lot of commentary or opinion. And if so, at the end of the video, I do try to put those out after I do a live, especially if it's like information I think that you guys would appreciate. So just let me know what your thoughts are. Okay, guys? Have a great day. Happy Friday.